brother, bro, we have a what a program we're gonna have today, brother. This is going to be explosive. I mean, we have. If you have not seen it, you will see it here. The famous, infamous video of Alex Pretty doing bad deeds on camera. Moments before he was gunned down, I would say.
Dirty deeds done dirt cheap.
I know. But anyway,
Mm-mm-mm.
thank you guys for watching. This is your show, the X-Ray Podcast, with your host and truly yours, Julio, and my co-host right here, Robert Barbosa, the guy behind the mastermind of everything.
Nah.
So, brother, yeah,
Yes,
you're
sir.
the one with the ideas. You're the one with like, hey, Julio, I get this idea. Let's do this.
I know.
So
Crazy
let's.
idea sometimes.
I know it works. They're working. They're working. So, guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead, like and subscribe, share this channel. We are growing. Finally, we're coming out of the shadows. We were shadow banned for months. When I say for months, we were posting, we were getting barely 2 likes, barely 2 views. Now we are getting the numbers that we are desiring because we want this truth to come out. And we have the I guess the shadow band boot on our necks. We couldn't breathe. We couldn't breathe, but now we are back. So we are gaining a lot of momentum on Facebook, a lot of momentum on YouTube. Now we reached the 7,400 subscribers on Facebook, which is we like a week and a half ago we were like barely 5,000.
5,000. Yep.
We are now 7,400. Finally, we are coming out of the darkness. So thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. And let me know where you guys watching from. And before we start, as always, Robert, here's our Bible verse of today. Luke 18:1. Go ahead, Robert.
Then Jesus told his disciples a parable to show them that they should always pray and not give up. Luke 18:1. Yep. That's a good message too. Hits close to home.
Amen to that. Amen. We cannot quit. And besides that, we have good news to give you guys. Next Friday, we mean like this week, Friday, we are having JJ Carroll with us in live. It's not a pre-record. It's not no live. So we're gonna discuss a lot of stuff is going on in Minneapolis fraud, and we are going to dive deep into it because all the stuff that is happening, he
He
said it
called
like
it.
2 years ago.
Hmm.
He said it 2 years ago. He been on my channel basically since I started. He he's like a family now. He's like a friend of the program. He's been on numerous times. Even though I had the opportunity to have him here in our studio, and man, we spoke for almost 3 hours, and he just full of knowledge. So he will be here, live stream. So come by, drop your question for JJ. He will be here from 7:30 at least to 8:15. He will be with us, or he might be with us the entire hour, hour and a half. It's up to him because he's busy guy, but he will be here with us tonight, Friday night. Mark it on your calendar. Don't forget about it because it will be crazy. He's got a lot of knowledge, a lot of information to drop. So tune in this Friday, January the 30th at 7:30 Central Time. So you don't miss it. Remember, we are on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, on and on X. So tune in. I
And
highly
he's gonna
encourage.
and he's gonna bring his perspective through an ICE agent or border patrol perspective. And he's been doing it for years, and uh, it's always a delight to have JJ Carroll.
Always. It's always. So now we're moving in to the first news of the day. So everybody knows that these protests is kind of like shady because they just pop out of nowhere. They start bringing in equipment, they start bringing in signs, and like it's not like signs with Sharpies. It's like very elaborated signs, and a lot of people are seeing them. So I'm going to show you a video captured this morning by the guys from the front lines at from the Turning Point USA. They grabbed this video of couple guys unloading signs from a vehicle, and they all signs
Mm,
look the same. They just like came
mm.
out hot out the press. Take a look at this video. Crazy to see.
Look at this. Here goes a group of professional activists renting a U-Haul, getting signs out of their trucks. This is not organic. These are the same printed signs. And now they're heading to the federal courthouse.
What do we want? When do we want it?
Do you know who's organizing this?
The PSL Party for Socialism.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to observe. Thank you, though.
Tuck in, meet your neighbors, because again, hey, remember, we're not doing this by ourselves, right?
Which group is organizing this?
Party for Socialism and Liberation. We've been out here for a few years.
How do you join? Like, how do you, if you want to also donate?
It's pretty easy. You can look it up, pslweb.org.
Got it. Is there like a Minnesota or Minneapolis chapter?
Twin Cities.
Twin Cities. So, okay. So people can simply just donate and goes to signs and whatever out here to protest. Okay.
If we don't get it, if we don't get it.
Bro,
That is crazy.
U-Haul trucks, man, they went nasty, bro. They got U-Haul trucks, and
Like, who does that? Like,
man,
this is not organic, and they just said it. It was a PSL. That's the let me guess right here. The Party of Liberation, Socialist and Libertarian. This
I
is a
wonder.
resistant group.
Let me grok it up and see
Yeah, that's
who
that is
is
a
funding
resistant
that.
group, and they has been seen on campus in different states throughout uh, the country, and it's crazy how these people are getting funded. Who's funding them? That's yet to see, but they're getting money from somewhere. I mean, nobody does those signs for free. Let me tell
What
you
is it called? P what?
that. A PSL, Party for Socialism and Liberalism. So, like, they're getting paid. Somebody is footing the bill, and it's not me or probably us through different organizations. You know, they do crazy stuff like Act Blue. It's probably one of the ones funding these type of groups, but it is crazy how these people are organized. They're very, very organized. But anyway, let's move on to the next news. And I let me look up over here because I have a bunch of stuff to show you guys. And the next one, it is the infamous video of Alex Pretty moments before he was stopped by ICE and the whole thing unraveled. All right, so let me show you the video. This it just came out like a few hours ago. If
Wow,
you have not seen it, we are going to
China,
kind of
bro.
break it down. China's behind it. Oh Lord,
It's a
never mind.
guy. It's an American a U.S. born billionaire business
It's a
based
bald-headed guy, right?
based out of Shanghai. His name is Nivelle Roy
That's a new
Singham,
Soros. They call him a new
dude.
Soros.
But yeah, he's basically in Shanghai.
Mm. Well. This anyway. We're gonna grab more into it because there's a lot of stuff to unravel in that realm. But let's jump to this video. You probably not seen it, but you will see it today. So just take a seat because this is not good for the left. Take a look.
This is a moment the news movement filmed on January 13th in Minneapolis, showing a man who appears to be Alex Preddy interacting with federal immigration agents 11 days before Border Patrol shot and killed him. Our footage was analyzed by the BBC, whose facial recognition technology confirmed his identity to a 97% degree of accuracy. On the morning of January 13th, our team received a tip that federal agents were blocking a street at the corner of East 36 and Park Avenue in Minneapolis. We arrived around 10:15 a.m. We saw observers shouting at the agents as they walked back to their vehicles. When they started driving away, the man kicked their taillight. An agent then got out of the vehicle, grabbed him, and pushed him to the ground. During the altercation, agents fired tear gas and pepper balls into the crowd. They continued to hold the man down before they retreat and he walks away. The man in our footage is wearing a similar outfit to what Preddy was wearing on the day he was killed. What appears to be a gun is also visible above his waistband.
Wow.
So they let him go right there. They should have arrested him right there.
You could disarm and arrest them. Yeah.
Here, he continues to stand at the scene.
Oh,
He just
On the
throw
day
a
he was
rock.
killed, the Department of Homeland Security claims Preddy, a 37-year-old ICU nurse, approached officers holding a handgun. That claim has been contradicted by analysis of bystander videos from multiple news investigations, which concluded that Preddy was holding a phone, not a gun, when he was pinned to the street.
These people, bro.
Shortly after the altercation we filmed here on January 13th, federal agents drove away. Soon after that, we left the scene.
Yeah, he is not peaceful at all. That guy should have been arrested right then and there. They should have took him in because he committed a crime.
right.
He damaged someone's property. On top of
Federal
that,
property.
the federal property. You know what I mean? Because it could have been a rental car, but because it's rented and it's used by the federal government, it's now a federal vehicle. That
Mhm.
is, I mean, let me see. What is the charge on that?
I know, but
Um,
how crazy it is, even though he was stopped by easily three people from the ICE agents, and they probably saw the gun. They probably did, and they still let him go. But what happened the second time uh, of the shooting, when he got another encounter, not even 10 days later, he reached out for his gun. What I saw in the video,
oh,
even
I
though
didn't
they
see
took the
it.
gun away,
Yeah.
they reached out for it. He reached for it, even though the gun was not there, but he reached for it. And that, I mean, you could do that anytime you want, but most likely you're gonna get shot whether you have a gun or not. Once you express that intention, I mean, how many videos have we seen online of people reaching out for a gun or reaching out for the waistband or reaching out under the seat? They're just getting shot because the police does not know what your intentions are. You know what I mean? That's why they always tell you keep your hands visible, keep your hands away from your body. You know what I mean? So these people are paid actors. Like who does that? Like I see somebody on YouTube or Facebook today saying the same thing I was thinking. Like who in the right mind half the time just to go out of their home or go or just miss work or just have any time of the week just to be like, you know what, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna go protest, I'm gonna go break people's or get myself in precarious situations with the law enforcement, with the police or ICE or whoever. I'm just gonna irritate people basically, and that's what they do. Like who does that? Like what incentive do you get? Like do you get dopamine? Do you get adrenaline rush? Do you get paid? Like what benefits do they get just to feel like, oh, it is 5 degrees outside. I'm about to go outside and do some bad things. I guess I'm gonna break some windows. I'm gonna burn some cars. I'm gonna throw rocks to the police. That sounds like a great idea to do on Wednesday afternoon. Like we as adults, we got responsibilities to do, man. We got work, We gotta take care of the families. We gotta take the
Yeah,
kids to
like
school. Like,
that's what
come
I
on.
was gonna ask. What jobs do they have? I mean, what it what how are these people doing it? I guess you take PTOs, but if you're going that far to use PTO, your paid time off to go do this, I mean, man, how that level of brainwashed, or this is just okay, don't, let's not say brainwashed, let's just say the level of media
Manipulation.
indoctrination,
Hmm.
manipulation, to make you think that it's this dire. I mean, again, you guys, those leftists are acting like these ICE agents just said pick this guy randomly and shot him. And that's not even the case. I mean, we clearly see evidence that he's over there provoking it, agitating it. I don't know. And I just checked. Yes, it's a federal crime for you to kick or damage a federal vehicle. In fact, it is I think it's I'm trying to
It's a
see if
felony.
it's a felony, and I believe it is.
It is a
And
felony.
again, now I'm criticizing ICE. ICE should have, and I get why they're not trying to arrest somebody, because they're there to apprehend illegal immigrants. They're really not there to try to. They were trying to be nice to this guy and let him off. Okay, whatever. You think we're harmful people, but they let him go. But that was their mistake. They should have arrested that guy there and then and there, because it was evidence that Alex guy, the perspective of that. I mean, they still would have spent it somehow if the shooting happened right then and there. But
Hmm.
I'm sure with this, him kicking the tail lights and him being arrested, because the other one, the narrative is that, oh, he was helping the woman that I shoved, and
Was not.
yeah,
Obviously, he wasn't. And now we see it all. Now we are seeing the reality of it. It's like I told you offline. The
yeah.
left always, when something like this happened, something tragic happened, they just grab the ball and run with it. But most of the time, they run to the opposite side,
Yeah, imagine playing
and they have to
basketball.
run.
Imagine they're playing basketball. They just they get the ball and they're going to their own court to try to make it in, right?
And they score for the other team, like always. They cannot wait for the dust to settle. They cannot wait for more angles, for more news to come out. Because when something like this happens, it's always more news to come out. And we've seen just like a fraction of what happened that day on the 23rd. But now they just calling in for a I would say a strike, national strike. Like nobody go to shopping, nobody go to school on the 30th on Friday, and like for what, man? People got stuff to pay. People got bills to pay. They got a car note. They got a house note. They got credit
Yep.
cards to pay. They got kids to feed. Do you think do you think if people will actually would go there and be like, yeah, I would just side with these guys and stay home and missing out a day of pay, a payday. They not.
Yeah, I know.
They're not missing $300 or $400, whatever they can pay a day just for a cause of somebody that obviously is not uh, uh, it's not a role model. Like they try to paint Alex like it is. I mean, you see him in the video. He was rowdy. He was like a provocateur,
Yeah, he
breaking
was just
stuff, and it's not the people they think he is. Not the saint as they paint him as it is. And I'm telling you, man, these people are out of control, man. The left is out of control, and we have to finally something came up because this is happening more too often. These
and
like
it's
people like
only it's
out of
only
control.
happening it's only happening in Minneapolis. You know what I
Why is
mean?
that? Like why we have all this fraud going on, and then
Well,
we have
that is
all this.
why. That is why, because there's so much fraud that we're
Mhm.
finding out that everything that we're having issues in our country today, we're finding out that it's in Minneapolis and
It's coming
Minnesota.
from Minneapolis. Yeah, it is. It's ground zero. I'm telling you, it's ground zero for the revolution. And talking about revolution, the left is looking for the new martyr. I mean, they already have Renee Good for a week, and then they stopped talking about her because it got old real quick. And then now we have Pretty 3 days, I would say 5 days ago,
But they don't
right?
have
And
but they don't even have
now,
substance. That's why
yeah, they
their
don't have
names.
substance. And now this narrative that they painted that he was a saint, that he was a good Samaritan, is gone now. It's gone. So I would give it like 2 more days. They will stop talking about it, and then they will use somebody else, and they forget all about Alex Petri, and they will forget about the money, and they will make it disappear somehow. Somebody will gonna collect all that paycheck, and
The
that's it. It's
GoFundMe.
gone.
Yep.
And they go for me. Hell yeah, they're gonna steal it, like they did on BLM. They're gonna steal that money. They don't care. They don't. Like, what about Renee Good money? Where's that money went? Like,
Gone.
almost like what they had, like a half a million, something like that.
Yep.
Where that money went? Like, you stop talking about it. That's what the left does. Once they get exposed, they just stop talking about it. Period. They will say nothing about it,
And
and we cannot take the eyes off the price, which is the fraud. This
yeah,
eye stuff,
that's
this is minor.
this
The
is this
fraud
is
is the
this
key.
is why Trump pulled out, uh, told um, Secretary Nome to get Bovino and a bunch of the ICE agents out of there, because he's now sending IRS agents there, and the FBI has been there. They
Mhm.
found evidence. So this is what no one's telling you. Tim Walz is now worried because even after he's done being a governor, he's going to be fighting criminal charges,
Yep.
not so much, which is
Everybody
good.
there. The
Yep.
Lieutenant Governor Flanagan, Jacob Frey, Elon Omar, all these people are getting exposed. All these people are getting exposed, and I can't wait, man. This 2026 it start off pretty good. We got Maduro gone. Then we have then we have Nick Shirley exposing all these Somalis stealing money with daycares and child cares and all that stuff. And now we having ICE agents roaming the streets, picking up PDF, picking up dangerous criminals with long rap sheet. It's not like petty theft and nothing like that. Like they getting people with murders in
With
different
serious
countries.
crimes. Yep.
Yeah,
Serious crimes.
and people are getting mad. People on the left. I'm not saying all the Minnesotans or the people in Minneapolis, but a small group of people are defending these criminals. Because I guarantee you, when you ask in the streets if they're happy with Donald Trump picking up all these criminals, they will say yes. As always, it's
I
always
know. So,
the loudest in the room. But
and all those guys that are like, that were mad or trying to say that Trump or Epstein this, if you're for really the movement of catching pedos, you would
mhm,
be okay with them rounding up all these illegals, because a lot of them, that's what they're there for. They're
yeah,
running away their countries. See, this is what people don't understand, that under Biden, Maduro, the ex-president of Venezuela, he was sending criminals that he had in his prison,
he emptied his
releasing
cage,
them.
he's emptied
He
his prison.
emptied them, yeah, to bring them here. That was not just a joke or a hypothetical that Trump was saying. That now we know this for a fact, that that's what he was doing. This is why we got these Tren de Aragua, because they were in prison in Venezuela. So
Yeah,
now they're
they told
here.
him. Yeah, they walked him to the border, and they told him don't come back.
And they harmed our children. I mean, look at Jocelyn Nangari. Oh my gosh, that was a sad, man. I was following that from when it first
You know,
it happened, and it was sad, man. It
yeah,
just,
yeah. You got what is the other one from here? Riley. You got Riley.
yeah,
You got the Cara Thompson, all by illegal immigrants. Most of them they were deported already previously 3 times.
yep,
Oh, and the last time they came in, when it was? in the Biden administration. Facts,
Hmm.
facts. And now we have to deal with this stuff. This is the results of their decisions back in 2019, when I remember like today, when they doing the when they were doing the, I believe it was in October 2019, like a month and a half before the elections. I remember Biden in a, I think was the last debate, saying, "When I win, come on in. I invited all immigrants. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
We are going to help you."
And
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 bro,
all, and the only
and
reason,
people are moving like they knew they're gonna happen. They knew they're gonna win, and they won, bro. And that border was overrun in less than a month with
hey,
thousands and thousands of people.
and we know why they want that. The census. This is why. The census, because
They
see,
want a new voting block. Then they were losing ground. They knew it.
yep,
They knew it.
we're still a little too late. We need to get those guys out of here before 2030. I mean, you know,
I hope they pass a safe act so we can get all this stuff get rid of.
yep.
We need to get all that stuff done. Anyway, let's watch the next video and take a listen.
I'm not interested in a more efficient metro surge. I'm ready for them to get out of here, and I think that's where Minnesotans are talking about. So it was progress. Look, I never got a call from Bovino or Nome. Never. Nothing. No, nothing. When they're coming here, and Tom Homan landed last night, and he called me last night and asked if he could have a meeting, and he was there at 9 o'clock. So, look, I think that's progress, but. They started this fire, so we're not giving anybody credit for putting it out. But right now, what we need is we need a return to normalcy by these ICE agents out of here. And you talked about this in all those meetings with the White House and with Tom Homan and his team. Nobody asked about Alex or his family, so I appreciate you bringing that up. This family going through the horror of losing their son, and then also to see him slandered like that. It's just
not only slandered. I'm slandered by the top officials
yes, in the world,
the
the most
administration.
powerful people in the world, and not taking it back. And look, for one whole day, certain news stations, that's all they were running, and that's one of the problems here. Look, Minnesota, they came here. We don't have near the undocumented folks that many other states do. Minnesota's a well-run state. Minnesota's a place where people get along. We welcome immigrant community, and they brought this down on us. And I think you're here, Anderson. You're telling your folks it's a siege. It's a siege in all respects. We have children being pulled from their parents. We have elderly people being drug out in this type of cold with no clothes. It's just absolute.
Shut up, slander, man. This dude here, man, he needs a man. I hate Tim Waltz. I'm sorry, guys, and I know the word hate is too strong, but
It,
I
no,
dislike him.
I
I
dislike him.
dislike him.
Yes,
Yeah, I dislike him. I mean,
it
he's
is what it is, man. He just is spewing, like, he just want to protect himself. He just saving face. He just want. But remember, he want ICE out of there. But in reality, he just bent the knee to Donald Trump and Tom Homan. Because once Donald Trump told Tom Homan to go to Minnesota, the same day Tim Walz called President Trump. Same day,
and then
So
that same day, Cash Patel had announced that he found evidence that these paid rioters were being funded by someone in the state officials of Minnesota, and they found this chat where they're communicating, and they have an implication that Tim Walz and Elon Omar are commenting on those chats. So that was the same day that this all went down. Again, distraction at its finest.
it is a distraction at its finest. And now we are we're moving to another subject. Remember Fulton County? Remember Fulton County?
Oh yeah.
What happened today? You know what happened today?
I don't know what happened today, but
You're gonna be happy. The FBI raided Fulton County and retrieved documentation for the 2020 election.
that
And it is
ooh.
going down. It
That's
is
Georgia, or Georgia, right?
That's Georgia. Yes.
Georgia.
Yeah, it's going down. Let me pull up my Facebook because I posted today, and this is
Georgia.
very telling of what is going on because
Election
it-
fraud. Election fraud.
yes,
Everyone was telling, man.
they are not
That's
happy.
mm-mm.
They're not happy. Let me show you. Did I put it on the screen? Let me show you. Yes. Oh, I stopped it for a second.
Oh boy.
Screen share. Facebook. Boom. Right here. Right here.
Look
That's
at
the
that.
FBI going through the Fulton County. But let me read what it says about what happened. All right, the FBI Atlanta office executed a court authorized search warrant today at the Fulton County main election facility in the Union City, Georgia, that's south of Atlanta. The warrant seeks records, documents, computer, and possibly ballots related to the 2020 presidential election.
Boom,
This
man.
is this follows a December 2025 DOJ lawsuit against the Fulton County to access 2020 election records and ballots. The facility is a newer election hub and operation center opened in 2023, not the old State Farm Arena site back in 2020. The Fulton County officials say they are cooperating, but we are not pre-notified. The
Yep.
FBI described as an ongoing investigation with no further details yet to release. So this is basically a lawsuit that Donald Trump won against. I mean, it's an ongoing investigation. It's part of the lawsuit, the discovery part of it, and now they are, I guess, taking charge of the discovery portion, which is documents, signatures, uh,
Again.
all
Again.
the chain of command of these ballots and the computer, for instance. This is going to expose it all because if anything was mishandling or the computer are hackable or were tampered with, bro, that would a lot
And
of people
and
going to jail. A lot of people
and
gonna go
and
to
here's the
jail.
thing too, Julio. Democrats, why are they all for one candidate? You know what I
Mm.
mean? The cheating is all for Democrats. You guys aren't as popular as y'all think. You guys are not the majority as y'all think. So,
It's the same thing that happened. Like, okay, they estimated like 81 million people voted for Biden back in 2020. Where were they 2024? How many votes they had? Like what? Seven, like 69 million, 69,
yep,
78. Where all these 13 million went? Like how you can miss 30 million votes? Like where did they go?
yep.
Where did they go? And that's happening today.
That's like the social security of a 300-year-old person.
I know. I know. But let me show you another video. I have this person, Q. He is one of my favorite YouTubers. Let me share the screen. He is talking about what we just said in depth. He's more concise on the news. He's very well versed. You've probably seen him before, but take a look of what he has to say.
Out of
Right
the
here.
darkness.
Hold on, let's go here.
I am Q. So I don't talk about this whole thing a lot, but it's something that is still 100% important to me. The most important right that we have as citizens, in my opinion, is the right to pick and choose our leaders, the right to have free and fair elections. I don't care so much about whether or not the vote goes right or left. And hear me out for when I say this. I care about making sure that it's right. I care about making sure that the will of the people was actually followed. If it is a free and a fair election, I can deal with the results, is all I'm saying. But unfortunately, once people no longer believe that their voice matters, once people believe that there are other people pulling the strings except for themselves and except for their votes, and their leaders are being not voted for, but being implanted, then that's when we no longer have a republic. That's when people start to turn violent. Because if people can't feel that they can change their country via the vote, then they feel the only other way that they can change their country is through force. And that's not something that we want to see, not in this country. And so it is so important to get this right. Donald Trump believes that, and that's why today the FBI is on the ground in Fulton County. We know that Georgia had some terrible, terrible fraud in 2020. And no, we have not forgotten. Trump certainly has not forgotten. There were thousands, tens of thousands of votes that were submitted fraudulently, and they still to this day have not been fixed. And now, thank goodness, the FBI is there, and the FBI is doing their own investigation 5 years later, but better late than 6 years later. Golly, but better late than never. And I love the fact that they are getting to the bottom of it. And I'm so thankful that President Trump is refusing to let this go. And to be honest with you, I don't think that he would be letting it go even if he wasn't the one who was the recipient of the fraud, that he was the one that was affected by the fraud. Because at the end of the day, for our country to continue moving forward, for our country to continue a peaceful one, it is important for people to be able to respect and to trust our election system. So the FBI is on the ground. They are ensuring, well, that the people who were responsible for the fraud are going to be punished accordingly, and I am here for it. This is what I voted for, and I know this is what many of you voted for as well. But I'll see you guys next time. Be blessed. Pray for our president. Pray for our country. Pray for those agents that are on the ground in Fulton County, and hope that they will find what needs to be found and punish those that need to be punished. I'll see you guys next time. Be blessed.
Very, man. He's
Easy.
yeah. I like his content.
Yeah, I like his content too, man. He's on point, but he's true, man. He's speaking from the heart, man. I'm telling you, this country need to be fixed as far as our voting system, because, like he said it, just imagine we have another Maduro here in the states, whether from the left or the right. We don't want that. Period. I
No, we
don't.
don't. I don't.
The people behind watching this, they don't want that neither. They want fair election, clear, concise. And I'm telling you, once you put computers, I'm sorry to say, computers are hackable. I'm sorry. Any computer is hackable. So I'd rather to do paper ballots, count it, recount it, recount it 3 or 4 times, and not let any paper, any ballot leave the voting place. You know what I mean? You should
Yep.
have police on every door, cameras on every desk, counting those ballots.
Elections. Yep. Those
Yeah,
ballots. Yep.
it should be like that. Like no one will leave, not no one will enter or leave once they start counting. Period. And they
And
must be done at the same night. Nobody's gonna go home until the results are disclosed
and
and
that's
certified.
why there's poll watchers that are representing the each candidates that's supposed to be there while they're counting, watching for their own for their their election. So um the fact that in 2020 they kicked the poll watchers out and then
Mhm.
they continue counting, that was illegal. That was bad.
Yes,
That should
yes,
have not happened.
Yes, and we seen it, and they claim that they did the right thing, and we have cameras showing that they're counting, receiving ballots at 3 o'clock in the morning,
Yep.
after midnight. People moving boxes. Like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah.
Like, and then all of a sudden, the next day, Trump was losing. He was winning,
Yeah, he was winning. He was winning by a high margin too.
and then all of a sudden, on every state, after midnight, just keep counting. And when they turn the light on the next day, oh, Trump is losing now for 200,000 votes, 500,000 votes. Like, it
The
was a
left.
swing of more, oh, in most cases, more than 400 to 500 votes. Remember, you
Yeah.
have to offset while they were behind and bring some more to get ahead. So it was not winning by 200 votes. He probably were winning. Trump was winning by 200,000 votes in some cases. The next day he was losing for with he was behind 200,000 votes. So the swing, the gap is 400,000 votes.
Yeah.
So in some cases there were more voters, more ballots than voters.
Mm.
Remember that too?
Yeah. In some districts, yeah, I
In
do
some
remember
districts,
that.
there were more ballots than voters. I'm like, who the heck? Everybody was voting.
And those
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 dead
are the
people,
ones. Yeah, those are the ones where the I was gonna say those were the dead people, the animals, and
their pets.
they supposedly took those out too, you know,
Yes.
and those are the fraudulent ones. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, there was more fraud.
There were more fraud.
You had mules. Remember 2000 Mules with Dinesh
The next
D'Souza, his movie? Yeah, it explained a lot, man. And
you got
yeah,
people,
there's
you
fraud.
got people dropping like packages, like 20, 40 on those drop boxes. Remember that? And they got the geo data from their phones. They visited the same place 10 times in one day.
Yeah,
And they
and
were on camera. But like, come
they were
on.
meeting up with people, like these people that were meeting up with, like, and they saw vans, you know, picking up ballots. Where are these ballots coming from? And of course,
As
they were
it,
saying there were what do they call them? There's a legal term for the people that
oh, they were
ballot
harvesting.
harvesting. Yeah, and yeah, that's illegal, man, or was illegal, but 2020 it was okay.
Mhm. That was crazy. But anyway, moving along. I don't know if you remember this nurse talking bad about
Oh, I seen
getting ICE
the post.
agents sick. Remember that?
Yeah.
She FAFO. She got
Well,
released from
at
her
least
job.
it. I mean, she's horrible for doing what or thinking of that, you know, or well, not thinking of it because
I thought.
go for it.
There we go. We're right here. I'm sorry. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I said at least she wasn't picking up a grenade or something,
I
you
know.
know.
Yeah, but shout out to Lips of TikTok. I got that from now. Man, just listen to what she said and just watch the end.
Something good. I think it's stuck in the weird spot. Sabotage tactic, or at least scare tactic. All the medical providers grab some syringes with needles on the end. Have them full of saline or succinylcholine. You know, whatever. That will probably be a deterrent. Be safe. Okay, for today's resistance tip, I vote. Anybody got any poison ivy, poison oak in their yard? Get some of that up with gloves, obviously. Get it in some water, like a gallon of water. Get the poison ivy oak water, and I'm gonna put it into a water gun. Aim for faces, hands. All right, the single ladies where these ICE guys are going have a chance to do something, you know, not without risk, but could help the cause for sure. Get on Tinder, get on Hinge, find these guys. They're around. They're an ICE agent. Bring some X-Lax and put it in their drinks. Get them sick.
What a horrible
nobody's
person.
gonna die. Just enough to incapacitate them, get them off the street for the next day. highly easily deniable. You know, you could get sick too. Won't eat there again. I'm just saying. Let's get them where they eat.
What a horrible person.
Somebody's not going to be supporting these guys. Where's the hotel where they eat? Who makes that breakfast? Let's find them. You know, let's make their lives fucking miserable. I know we're already trying to keep them awake all night. That's good. Anything you can do to make the living conditions bad. Talk to the people who work at the places where they are. Come up with some ideas. Dead fish. Somewhere in the room hidden.
People are
Just
sick.
stay toxic.
Oh man. She got fired, huh?
She got fired as of today. Let me pull it back as yeah, right there. Following the investigation of the individual involved in the social media videos is no longer employed by the VCU Health. In addition, the VCU Health has fulfilled and reporting requirements under Virginia state. Oh Lord!
Mm.
So basically, she got reported to, I guess, to the
Law enforcement.
local enforcement because she was making a threat. So, let's see. She might be
Let,
charged. She might not. I don't know.
let's
So
see her reaction video about that.
so she gonna start. The next ones will be crying, tears all over, and I just find out. I don't know. A few days ago, Benny Johnson posted a video. I don't know if you guys see it. Benny Johnson posted a video of going through the businesses of Elon Omar. Remember that video? It was a
Oh
screen
yeah.
recording, and
Hmm.
he talked about a winery. Right?
Yeah.
It disappears.
How convenient.
Right after Benny Johnson exposed it, gone.
How convenient.
Now they cannot find it. There's no traces. I just find out uh, online. Somebody said there is Elon Omar, so-called $5 million winery, vanishes without trace, no license, no footprint, just gone.
Mm.
How convenient! And remember the name of it. Let me see if I can bring the Benny Johnson.
Wasn't
Let
it
me-
close? Wasn't it right beside the Leering Center?
Yes. Oh, it wasn't a parking lot. It was an actual parking lot. The address was a parking lot, which it was crazy. Like it was insane. Like how the heck it was a parking lot? Let me see. Right here. Let me let me bring it up. Let me show you the screen. Share this. Let me bring it over. Listen. Oh, where is this one right here? Just listen to it. It is. Just listen to it.
On Omar's official financial disclosures, and what I found was so dark and criminal. I don't know how she gets out of this without going to jail. Have a look at this. Here's Ilhan Omar's financial disclosure from the Congressional Record, year 2023. I want to bring your attention to this company right down here, Est Crew LLC. This is a winery in Santa Rosa, California. It's not doing that well. The total value of the winery is listed at $15,000, and Ilhan Omar's barely making any money off of it at all. Hardly enough to pay a parking ticket. Okay, that's fine. Nothing really mysterious there. Businesses fail all the time. But go ahead and look at her filing for 2024, and you'll find that Est Crew Winery, the same company in the same location, is now worth $5 million. That's incredible, up from $15,000. And now Ilhan Omar's making enough to pay rent. So this must be one of the most successful companies ever. Let's go ahead and check in on this winery. You know, maybe we could buy some wine. I like wine. Why not? Let's see if we can buy some
We'll
Est
look it up
Crew
on my side.
winery. Here's Est Crew's social media Facebook page. You'll see here that the last post, oh no, was in 2023. Wasn't this the year that they were supposed to, go really big and make Ilhan Omar millions of dollars? Same thing on their Instagram, and they don't have an X. So let's go ahead and check their official website. What is Est Crew? We are winemakers and memory curators. Okay, Est Crew Winery has a bunch of brands that's led by these people, creators of eye-catching labels. So I'm sure I can go and get some of their wine, right? Well, they don't have any activities here, so maybe I could just go to their location and buy some of their wines, or maybe give them a call. Let's try and go to their location here. This is the Google Street View of Est Crew Winery, and what you'll find here is an empty parking lot. Doesn't actually look like an operational business. Certainly isn't the same name. So, okay, let's go ahead and give them a call. See if maybe they pick up. Let's go ahead and call the number on the webpage. Let's go ahead and give them a call and find out. Oh no, user busy. Let's try that. Okay. Well, I've done this like 20 times today. Okay, so that didn't work. Is there any wine in this wine company? Is there anything about wine? Because I see like stuff about events, but like, what is this exactly? Aren't you supposed to sell wine at your wine company? Where are your wines? Oh, there are no wines. You wanna know why? Because this is a fake company. Rep. Ilhan Omar's husband accused of swindling investors in their California winery.
Wow.
They stole millions from cannabis growers. You can see here's the lawsuit right here, saying that Tim Minette, was Ilhan Omar's third husband, no relation, swindled his investors and defrauded them. How did Minette get this relationship? Well, the current Attorney General of Minnesota, Keith Ellison, used to work for him. Isn't that curious? Keith Ellison, the same guy who refuses to look into any of the Somali fraud. So this company was sued for being a fraudulent company. And the New York Post says the exact same thing, as the House is now probing the mystery of Ilhan Omar's skyrocketing wealth. They said that Ilhan Omar went from being one of the poorest members of Congress, worth negative $65,000, to being one of the richest, worth $30 million. Here's a rare photo of one of their wines that they allegedly made, The Devil's Lie. But the entire company is actually a lie. It's not a lie to Ilhan Omar, though, because she's able to list an enormous amount of her income and an enormous amount of her net worth to this fake winery. This winery is not worth $5 million. The winery doesn't even exist. It's fake. It's fraudulent. They need to investigate this.
Yeah.
Bro, listen.
Dude,
listen. You remember that website that he was looking at?
Yes, correct.
It's closed.
No.
Yes.
You try to look for it?
I got it right here. Okay. This is the Facebook. Facebook's still up. The Facebook's still up. Listen to this. We're gonna go through it. This is the link for the actual website that Benny Johnson was scrolling up and down to, right? Let's go to it. It's blocked. Does not exist. It's blocked.
Okay, we didn't. It doesn't pop up. You got to share that screen. What do you get?
Hold on. Because if go from here, and I will go here. Boom. This is not. It's blocked. So I will go back and type it in again.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. This time, type it in.
As I have it on the website, and it's blocked. So I will go back.
Let me see. What is it? Yeah,
highlight it.
It's SESTCRU.co.
That's CO.
Yep. Sorry, you have been blocked. I'm checking it too.
So now she is blocking that. So let's go to Instagram. She have no other No other ones. Let me see. Checking. Checking what? This is Vino Latino.
Vino Latino. Click that
Vino
one. What is
Latino.
that?
Another. Listen. Vino Latino. Right here. Right. Check this out. It's the same thing happened. I go to the actual website, which is you look it up. Vino
Yeah.
Latino
USA.
USA.com. Okay, I'm gonna highlight it, copy it. I'm gonna show you the next screen. All right, this is the screen we have before with the email.
Bro. Oh my gosh.
I
Yeah.
will copy it, paste it, and let me go to it. It cannot be found. It's all fraudulent. All fraudulent. And I guarantee she had to do something with it. She had to do something with this page. She has to do something with that page.
Yeah, because look, there goes that same emblem from the video of the wine she makes. Dude,
Yeah. The same
oh,
lady, the devil, whatever. Yes. And if you see the last post was 5 years ago, roughly. 4 years ago. Back in June 2020, July 2022, which is I would say 2.5 years ago.
this is
Four
crazy.
and a half years ago.
This is crazy.
It is crazy how all these pages, and I guarantee you this is will be gone by tomorrow. So screenshot it, whatever. It will be gone by tomorrow. These people are like they don't give a hell. They just steal your money, embezzle, bamboozle people like she did, and I'm telling you, she's gonna get jail for this. She
She
is
needs to go to
going.
jail.
She needs to go to jail.
She's gonna try to
Oh,
run to Somalia though.
she probably would. She probably collecting, withdrawing money. Uh, Not surprised. Not surprised if she moved money already to Somalia by these people moving cash out of the country and put it in a bank somewhere over there or the Cayman Islands. But this is what we're dealing with, man. We're dealing with deep corrupted state, which is Minnesota. It's deeply corrupted. Same like Georgia, same as Arizona. They were deeply corrupted. And now we are seeing all this unfold. And hopefully, before the election happen, everything will be exposed because people need to have transparency. People need to gain back their trust into the government. Because if not, we're going down in the handbasket. You know what I mean? So this is very bad. And I hope it gets fixed very soon because this is nuts. So
This
let me bring our last video. Our friend, Nick Trent, he's running for to represent Texas
District 8. Okay.
in right here in Texas. He's down in my. Let me see if I can bring him over for Congress. Right here, Nick Trent. Right here's Nick Trent. So let me bring this, show it to you, because he bring a good point. Let me bring it to you right here. Sorry about that. There we go. Nick Trent running
So
for
here's your
running for Texas 8th district here in Texas. Listen to him. That's Montgomery. Is it Montgomery?
Conroe,
Waller,
Woodlands,
Woodlands. Yep.
um,
What is
and
the other one?
also Cut and Shoot, Texas.
College Shoot, Texas. So listen to Nick Trent. What he's saying, kind of tied up with all this that we are talking about. But just listen to it.
So here's your dirty little secret they don't want you to know. Voters don't pick the candidate. The establishment already has. Someone announces they're running and somehow overnight the money just shows up. The endorsements are lined up and the consultants are ready to go. The voters are told this is a serious candidate. They must think we're stupid, but we know. You know. This doesn't happen by accident. It means that the decisions were made behind closed doors long before you had a say. We were told it's about experience. But Washington's full of experienced people. People who know the process, who know the rules, and know how to work the system, yet the debt keeps exploding. The board keeps collapsing, And we, the people, are left holding the bag and paying the price. So here's the real question. Do we want candidates picked by the system, or do we want representatives willing to challenge it? Because when candidates are chosen top down, accountability vanishes. And when voters are treated like an afterthought, self-government becomes a myth. This country wasn't built by insiders. It was built by people willing to stand up, take responsibility, and fight, even when it costs them everything. If you think the people should decide, not the establishment, then don't stay silent. Visit nicktranfortexas.com and click Count Me In.
There you have it.
Yes.
NickTransferTexas.com.
So here's your
So that is a message to close our live stream today. Hopefully, we
Yep.
have Nick plan sometime this week, if not next week. I already contact him. So hopefully, he will be with us this week. Hopefully, tomorrow. Finger crossed for tomorrow. And then we're going to close it off on the weekend with JJ Carroll on Friday. JJ Carroll on Friday with he always bring the hammer. So get ready for it. It is a great day to close the weekend, the week for us. So we're moving into the weekend. We're expecting another cold front. Ain't that crazy?
I know.
Possibly another cold front this weekend. We cannot catch a break here in the Houston area. But anyway, Robert, I will let you close the show today, as always.
Okay.
Can you read
Well,
those, please?
here we go. It says, now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. Hebrews 11:1. Mm-hmm.
Robert, thank you so much, my brother. I see
Yes,
you
sir.
tomorrow. So for you watching, thank you so much. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, share this channel. We always here responding messages, listen and reading what you are thinking about on every post that we make. We really appreciate the support. Thank you so much once again. I see you guys tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Central Time on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Rumble. As always, God bless America. God bless our troops. And above all,